Well, that was fun. Yeah, it just wicked down. I was really thinking that I was gonna have my second loss here today. Just due to the amount of liquidity and stuff. Not really like me not trusting my setup or my strategy. It was just more of me being cautious of like, okay, if this goes any higher than it needs to, then I could have my first or my second loss. I did mark out this bearish SMT, equal lows and all that, just to see if on the 1 minute time frame, if price action wanted to go any lower than it has already gone within this whole section right here. And thankfully it did. Because at the end of the day, I mean, you can see I have a lot of, look, 6 bearish SMTs during prep bias, pre-market, and even during market open on the 1 minute time frame at least. But oh wow, it looks like we're gonna retrace into this bearish fair value gap here. I might take another trade just for peep's sake because tomorrow is FOMC and I might not trade tomorrow, depending on price action volatility. This is how I would enter basically, since I don't use this trade button anymore, because I'm not gonna fight against system mechanics. That's not my fault. We did create lows here. That's nice. Let's check 1 minute. Okay, so we did get another bearish SMT. That's great. Great work. Okay, so I could move this now technically to there. I don't know. I didn't calculate how much for profit win that is. Okay, well, we already retraced into it, so I basically already missed it. If anything, I would want to try to enter at this line. Technically, I would want to enter like this so that I could sweep this liquidity line, but just waiting for this candle closure. One, boom. Okay, this is where I set stop loss to that, and this is a bigger zone, isn't it? Because this is 1.6, yeah. I'm risking 11%. That's not nice. I think right there is good enough. And then 1.5 should be fine. Alright, so we did get a decent retrace that I missed because I was too busy looking at S&P, but we do have liquidity down here. We do have a bearish fair value gap right there as well. Not a very decent wick into that, if I'm being honest. Might have to be careful here. We might get a fake out or some sort of reversal if a bullish order block forms were cooked, or if S&P forms a bullish SMT, because NASDAQ looks like it's slowing down. We wouldn't want this, or actually it would have to be like that, that would not be good. Let's go ahead and see what this would have been. And I just set TP down here. Oh wait, no, it's a sell. Sorry. Okay, so 6. No, it's not on the line, is it? Oh yeah, okay. And then SL is a little reaching, but reasonable. So 1.6 RR, 640 for the first one. That's not bad. We might get a loss here on this second trade. Good thing I'm recording it. Nobody can say, oh shoot, what did I just do? I'm just spamming buttons on the keyboard. P and L. There we go. Jeez. I've been trying to type that this whole time. And then I'll just move this there. Alright, so P&L of $640 for that first trade. And then we have our second trade. How much am I risking in terms of money? And it would be... Okay, so same amount almost. So I'm guessing the same profit level. That's funny. Okay, so that's actually kind of good. So then I don't have to like worry. So I would still win if we hit SL. So ooh, looks like NASDAQ swept lows, but S&P did not follow. That's not good. We might hit this down, but worst case scenario, if we invalidate this fair value gap, then we might, yeah, we'd have to go back to the 5-minute bearish fair value gap. I might have made a mistake. Oh yeah, as you can see, if I hover over this, it says 6:58 a.m., but I'm on 7:09 a.m. So you can see the delayed shit going on. Oh wow. Alright, well I can't touch my shit. I really just wanna like do one of these, you know? And technically I could, like I just did, but again, like even though I'm not actually like entering like a trade like through the systems, I'm taking this as a certain, like, you know, like obviously as a trade, because anyway, I don't know. Let's see. I ain't hit the neck though. Damn, I had some breakfast. That shit was good. Oh my gosh, bruh. It's so cold. I'm so tired. I just woke up like 2 hours ago. Oh yeah, we can take this out now. We are hitting a 4-hour key level. And we are also in a 4-hour bullish fair value gap. So I'm really expecting some sort of reversal. And if it's some sort of reversal, then we're going to lose this trade by 1,000,000. Okay, we got a decent bullish or bearish fair value, or SMT, sorry. It's technically like that. Let's just move this circle thing. Can I? What the heck? There we go. Yeah. Yeah, it's not too bad. We should have like a decent move down from the candle we're on right now. If not, then we might be actually cooked. Ooh. Okay, well, that's definitely a loss. I'm not gonna lie. If I had entered like, can I like, I want to like move all the markings and just have like this. Anywho, if I entered like this, I would have had like a, okay, well, I guess I have to put it here. Just for RR's sake, just for my risk reward ratio sake, if I had entered on this retrace, or even here, I guess, I should have entered here. If I entered on this retrace, I would have had a win right now, 2 wins, but I missed it. And I still entered thinking that it would go lower, but it's looking most likely that we are not gonna go any lower. Yeah, S&P is reacting to the bearish SMT just slightly though. It's on the 1 minute time frame. It's not like it's on the 5. I can't even see the wick of this candle. What the hell? Is it really that long? No. It's literally right there. Oh shoot. It just dumped. Oh yeah, we're cooked. Yeah, we're cooked. We are so cooked, bro. Oh my god, we just swept lows on S&P. Oh yeah, this is a losing trade. Well, don't do that. Wow. That's fun. That's always fun, man. This is gonna retrace back up for sure. That's not going any lower, dude. I'm not trusting you. Oh yeah, we are so cooked. There's no way this is a winning trade. I should have entered on that retrace right here. This is gonna be my second loss. I'm not even worried about it, man. I mean, even if it's my second loss, you know, we'll be up like $200 at least today. You know, I'm basically going double or nothing right now. Like I'm either gonna get 1,200 P&L for today, or I'm gonna get $200, and it's leaning towards that $200 for sakes. This is no longer about trusting the setup. I already made the poor decision of entering, like, what? If we're like entered on retrace right here, 545, dude, that's like 10 ticks away, 7-8 ticks. So that's a pretty decent amount. Yeah, dude, great. That's great. That's sick, man. Whatever floats that boat, you know? Still couldn't do it. That's crazy. Wow, man. I'm basically just waiting for price action to tell me I lost at this point. Like, I know I lost, you know? We are literally so deep into this 4-hour bullish for value gap. I don't think we're that deep, actually. Yeah. Dude, we're barely in like 1/4 of it. We're not even halfway. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we're about to hit some sort of like, we're definitely gonna go up. All roads lead to Rome. I mean, we're just getting like what? Low time frame SMT. It's like, it's not like good enough momentum to like depict whether it's gonna continue downwards. Something like this is fine, but this, especially during consolidation like this, best to pray. Yeah, even on the 3-minute, 5-minute. Wow, dude. Yeah, no, we're cooked. Yeah, we're cooked. Let's just get it over with, man. So I can like, it's already 13 minutes into this. I might pause it so like it's not too long, because I wouldn't watch 13 minutes of this either. Straight consolidation, like, come on, bro. I'll pause it. I'm not gonna do anything to it. I'll just be back. In the meantime, I am gonna write up my trading journal entry. All right, well, I have finally finished my trading journal entry, and this thing is still going. I don't know what to do here. I don't know if I should just exit the trade. As you can see, it gave a full retrace from here, and then now we got that. This would have been a way better entry as well. I mean, if I just had entered here at least, and I guess trailed it in some way. I don't know. I guess that would be a way better trade. But yeah, this is looking like it's going to be a loss, if I'm being honest. Yeah, see, we just formed a 1-minute inverse fair value gap. That's bullish. Yeah, we might be cooked here. Price is just being so confusing. We do have this bearish inverse fair value gap that's protecting us almost. But while we're at it, you know, we might as well just do our trading journal entry so that I guess by the time we're done with it, we'll know whether we lost or not. I just haven't been able to my entire setup just like turned off. Anyway, I just haven't been able to do the rest of my trading journal entry because again, I mean, look, I don't know if this trade is actual loss or not. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is a loss, but I just can't. I gotta wait for this to basically, you know, tell me if it's a win or not. Obviously, it's a loss. I mean, we're literally about to get cooked. But yeah, it's fine. I'm not really worried about it. I might as well enter into trading journal entry that this is a loss and then calculate my profits for the day. I'll have to think. Wow, dude, yeah, we're fucked. Yeah, come on, just get it over with. End it. End of my suffering. All right, hold on. I'm gonna be back so I can do some of this trading journal entry and calculate my losses. Welcome back to another trading journal entry. Today is September 16th, 2025. Yeah, it is New York session as always, and today's trade is, hold on, let me check if this is correct. This is the 32nd trade out of 100, and we have 68 left. Today's result was 1 win, 1 loss, 2 contracts, and a P&L of $215. The result RR was 0.1. Let's just get into it. It was a quick trading day. It is 7:38 a.m., so nothing crazy. So yeah. Today's bias was bearish, confirmed to buy 6 bearish SMTs on the 5-minute time frame during prep bias and pre-market. Market open confirmed continuation with a 5-minute bearish fair value gap. My setup was a 5-minute bearish. Well, my setups were 5-minute bearish SMTs, a bearish inverse fair value gap, a bearish order block, and then a bearish fair value gap for the final entry. More like the bearish inverse fair value gap, but oh, that was on the 5-minute. I'm reading this wrong. Anyway, sorry. On the 1-minute time frame, a bearish inverse fair value gap and a bearish fair value gap retrace for entry, which was my first trade. Going into, why is this like so spaced out? Going into the entry section, my first trade was executed after a 1-minute fair value gap, a 1-minute inverse fair value gap and a 1-minute fair value gap retrace. The result being a $640 win and an RR of 1.6 for that first trade. The second trade entered late after missing a clean retrace. Not a clean retrace, more like missing a retrace. Taking on belief of continuation despite the 4-hour imbalance context. So I'll get into that for a second here. You guys saw that massive 4-hour bullish fair value gap zone that I marked out that we were in. It wasn't just a fair value gap, it was a high imbalance zone, and it was just stacked fair value gaps, like stacked 4-hour bullish fair value gaps and 1 hours and whatnot that I just marked out in a entire zone instead of just like singular boxes that would make a messy, you know, canvas. But anyway, so I should have been more aware of that. That's on me. So I'll be more careful of that for sure. That was a really big imbalance zone. So would it make sense if price action today would try to even like, you know, invalidate all of those zones? There was a lot of sell stops and whatnot, but again, we are, price action, I guess, in terms of like the market makers. I guess we are hyped about rate cuts happening. But anywho, yeah, so second trade was basically, I was pretty sure that we were going to continue downwards, but we didn't, because I didn't recognize or realize that there was a massive 4-hour imbalance in front of me. So the result being a loss of $425 and the risk reward ratio of 1.5. So what I did well, spotted and stacked multiple confluences on both high time frame and low time frame, executed first trade cleanly and managed risk well, stayed composed emotionally after the loss. My mindset is still intact. This was expected for this week, and this was expected for this month. I believe we will have another loss this week at least. I mean, as you guys can see, I take winning trades and then I end up taking a second trade that make me lose. So maybe I need to be more careful about taking second trades, whether I'm sure of it or not. I just need to be more careful now. That's all. If I have, obviously like some sort of like high time frame context that we are going to continue bearish for this scenario, then yes, taking that second trade would make sense. But today it was just more based off of belief that we were going to continue downwards, the continuation of bearish. So that's on me. I don't really take this as like fear of missing out. I wasn't scared that I was going to miss out or anything. This wasn't greed. I wasn't trying to make profit. I was just trying to, basically, because tomorrow I'm pretty sure I'm going to spectate for that session. So I'm just trying to like make up for the trade from tomorrow. But I wasn't scared of missing out if it were to continue bullish. I wasn't scared that I was going to miss out. It was just more like I was just trying to make an extra trade so that tomorrow, if I did spectate, then it just wouldn't be an empty day, because this month does matter more than last month. But anywho, what I will improve, avoid forcing an extra trade when high time frame context is not strong enough, like I just said. Respect 4-hour imbalance zones more carefully, yes. And if already profitable for the day, don't push for another trade without stacked confluences. That's very good. It's a very good section, ChatGPT. Still a green day though. We are up $215 and only my second loss of the month. The second trade wasn't greed or FOMO. Like I said, it was driven by the idea of getting one more in before FOMC day, which is tomorrow being likely a no trade day for spectating. Going forward, I'll be more cautious and only take trades with proper high time frame alignment. Winning day, winning week, and month still intact. Mindset, emotional, psychological is all still there. I am not worried about it at all. Why do I look so bright and yellow? Jesus. I don't like that. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the chart, even though you guys already saw it. So starting on the 5-minute time frame, as you can see, we do have this bearish order block. This was before even 5 a.m. though. It was just there for context to see if we were going to disrespect it or not. And we did, in fact, respect it pretty well. But we were sandwiched between this massive bearish inverse fair value gap and these other bearish fair value gaps. But also there was a there was a bullish inverse fair value gap here. But it's been filled now. And then you can see this this bullish order block. So we were sandwiched between that. Price was consolidating for a bit. I guess we were waiting for market open for New York session to make a decision. But we did form 6 bearish SMTs on the 5-minute time frame during this consolidation, and a couple maybe 3 bearish, or sorry, damn, why do I keep getting mixed up? 3 bullish SMTs. So the bearish SMT outweighed it. This inverse fair value gap, I could have basically taken a trade like right here. If anything, it could have been like this, it could have been like this and like that if I wanted it to be, and then move this up here, and that would have been a crazy win for the day. But again, I don't want to disrespect myself. So yeah, anyway, you can see this 5-minute bearish fair value gap upon market open after this engulfing candle downwards 5 minutes before market open. You can see all of this bearish inverse fair value gap that we didn't validate from I guess yesterday. Oh, I guess last night. Yeah, yesterday, last night. Anywho, after this 5-minute fair value gap formed and was spotted, quick check on the 3-minute time frame. We had this inverse fair value gap. Jesus, why is this so laggy, bro? Anyway, 5-minute time frame, as you can see, we had this bearish fair value gap, and then on the 1 minute we had this almost the same size bearish fair value gap, and then I waited for a bit because we started like doing all these long wicks and no imbalances. So I was like, maybe my bias is incorrect. And then that would basically mean I would have to wait for like some sort of, I guess, what's it called? A key level tap again, which would have to be here or like here, all the other red zones and whatnot. But anywho, I waited long enough to see that we formed this bearish inverse fair value gap and then this bearish fair value gap, and that's when I was able to take my trade. So upon taking my entry, I just set it down to whatever this line is. I think this is just a massive, like on the 5-minute time frame, a massive bullish fair value gap that I was pretty sure we weren't going to invalidate or even get close into, but I totally forgot about it. I was totally looking at this 4-hour bullish high time frame fair value gap, and I didn't realize what this was. So if anything, I should have set it like this, or like maybe even a black border so I knew. But again, we did get one win, and then moving onwards, you can see where I entered. I should have just basically gotten off after this win and called it a day for a $640 win, but I was trying to make up for tomorrow. And if anything, if I was to take this trade, or if I, correctly at least, I should have entered here, or at least here, as you can see, because we did literally tap this key level that I marked out. So this ended up being a loss of $425, and now I don't know if this is break even or not, but we do have a total P&L of $215 though, so we are still up for the day, still up for the month for sure, and still up for the week for sure. But anyway, if I were to take this trade upon this retrace right here, this full retrace, which would have been way better, it could have looked, it could have basically looked something like this, and I would set my SL there. Higher risk reward ratio, I guess, but it would have made more sense, I guess, because I'm literally entering within the fair value gap. But I think for like peep's sake, I would probably just set it at like 1.5 just to keep it consistent, something like that. So if I were to do this and just to see how much this would have won, so basically less than this trade. So anyway, yeah, this ended up being a loss. I'm not upset about it. Again, I didn't expect for me to lose today, but I did expect a loss this week. Especially, I am still expecting at least 1 or 2 more losses. So this is our second loss for this month, let alone our entire run so far. So I'm not upset. We're still up. So hey, anywho, yeah, here's my S&P chart. It was mostly me just marking out like SMTs. It looks crazy, but yeah. But yeah, I just need to be more cautious. This is definitely the first loss was more like a low term flaw. Like, okay, like I forgot why I took that, why I even lost that day, or like I know it was a second trade, but I just don't know how it was a loss. Like I forgot, but I just know that I remember that it was a low term flaw, like because I scale it in terms of like low, medium, and high. And if it's a high flaw, like something like a high loss, like okay, like we definitely need to be more careful. But that was definitely a low. That first loss was a low level flaw, nothing crazy, But this is definitely a medium sized flaw. I mean, I wasn't paying attention to this massive fucking 4-hour bullish fair value gap zone, or more like a 4-hour 4-hour bullish imbalance zone, including literally this 5-minute bullish fair value gap that is literally massive, and like we obviously wicked into it, and that should have been the first sign. Like just this right here, this should have been the first sign, like, oh shoot, you know, like we're not gonna continue bearish. And if I had paid attention to just this spot right here, this right here would have never happened. I would have never took this trade. I put that on everything. I would have never took this trade if, you know, I had recognized this at the time. But again, that's on me. And plus, I did set my TP here. I set my TP here because, again, I noticed this, but I didn't realize what it was. I was just totally thinking like, oh, we're in a massive 4-hour imbalance, and what if we continue downwards and sweep liquidity? But that is not what we were doing today. So, anywho, I'm not very upset. I'm not upset at all, generally. I mean, we still have basically a winning trade, winning month, whatever, you know. It doesn't mean we shouldn't. Damn, why'd it get so dark? It doesn't mean like I shouldn't sit here and be like, well, you know, I still won for the day. Doesn't matter. This is a medium-sized flaw for sure. Like, that's on me. I wasn't paying attention. I was distracted by not anything around me. I don't have anything on my desk for me to be distracted by. It was mostly me distracted by, you know, the trade and whatnot. Like, more like trying to spot things that will help me out instead of spotting things that will not help me out, like that 5-minute massive bullish fair value gap. Anyway, I'll do better for sure. This is on me. I am tired though. So I will be getting off. This is a 30-minute video. Jeez, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. I will be spectating for sure. I'm certain of it. But if price action don't look so bad, then I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll be definitely taking a trade. But again, if we end up just spectating, then I'll tell you guys what I saw. I'll still enter it as a trade session, you know, of course. It'll be the 33 out of 100. And yeah. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Stay up, I guess.